Yo, what is going on, guys? It is your boy Kimbo here, and it's time for an epic Beyblade X unboxing. Yeah, it is on the epic Beyblade X CX02 Wizard Arc R455LO. So yeah, tongue twister with it. CX up in here. More customization because you have the lock chip, the main blade, and the assist blade with these bays. It makes it where you can interchange these parts and such that much more. So showing off more customization like how we started seeing towards the middle of Burst and especially during Metal Fight Beyblade. But yeah, with the hybrid wheel system, all that good stuff. But yeah, Wizardarc up in here looking really, really dope. This thing looks like multiple bays from previous gens had like a baby. So the shape of it reminds me honestly of like Thermal, Burn, and Vulcan. Like all of them from Metal Fight Beyblade. Like the overall shape of it. But also like Chaos from Beyblade Burst, you know, with the shape of it and such. So it's pretty dope. Got a pretty sick design with it. And I don't think it's going to be like OP with its stamina. I think it's going to be strong, but they're definitely trying to balance things out. They don't want anything being like even crazier than Wizard Rod. Definitely just maintaining and balancing things. I think it's going to be up there, but not like crazy OP. But yeah, new parts with this all around the board. So checking out the back, and it's owned by Multi, as you can see right there. To be expected, you know, it's Wizard Bay. We had Wizard Arrow, Wizard Rod, now Wizard Arc up in here. So, you know, a wizard of each gen, you know, well, I guess each system, you know, BX, Wizard, BX, Wizard Arrow, UX, Wizard Rod, CX, Wizard Arc. So, yeah, man. But anyways, Wizard Arc having 20, 20, and 60. And then we got 455, which they're doing a similar thing to how they did 85. It looks like it's a bit more flat. You know, and probably the lock mechanism will be not as crazy as we've seen with like the other heights. But 7, 11, 12, and 55. And then we got LO, Low Orb. So it's got 5, 25, 55, 15, and 30. Definitely see it being nice for some like defense and possibly stamina combos because you see how under Needle is, so I can imagine Low Orb being pretty good with its defense and everything too, making it tougher to hit it. And also the height of 55 being shorter, gonna make it where it's gonna be tougher to hit it from underneath. Gonna be short as fuck, boy, you know. But anyways, without further ado, let's get into it, man. Let's see, get my handy dandy scissors first of all. Damn it! All right, give it a bear. Boom. Get that. I should have just got the scissors for underneath too. Oh well. Screw it. Screw it. Get that code. Already know, trying to rack up some points. Bop. And yeah, alright. I gotta use the scissors big time for this. Get you. And it comes, okay, this one comes with a launcher, so some do, some don't. Perseus Dark does not come with a launcher, but this does. Wizardarc does. So, yeah, get that out of there. Boom. So we get that. Got it. Boom. Shakalaka. And then, now the fun part. Get that damn Beyblade. Alright, you. Ooh. Okay, and that actually worked a lot better than I thought it was gonna. Holy shit. Alright, cool. So, yeah, I gotta show this off too. Let's see. Got my doggos in here with me as well. So if you hear any, like, barking, you'll know. But, gotta look at the guide, because it gives a little teaser for things. So, got a bag coming out April 26th. It's got 3 blades with it. I think there's going to be like a CX Pegasus at some point. This isn't going to be it because the color of it is orange, so it's going to be a UX Bay, whatever the hell it is. Yeah. The shape of it on the outside reminds me so much of Omega Dragonis. So, yeah, I think maybe, I don't know if it'll be a full homage to Omega Dragonis, but definitely the shape of it reminds me so much of Omega from Metal Fight Beyblade. And it'll be ironic if like that person kind of works under Omega. But yeah, the shape of it reminds me so much of Omega Dragonis. But yeah, I don't think it's gonna be like it's not the Fox Bay. It's not a CX Pegasus or anything. It's gonna be a UX Bay. But whatever it is, I see it being an attack or a balance type with that shape of it. But yeah, general, that silhouette does look pretty damn cool. And I wonder if it'll have a gimmick, like some Samurai Saber type of gimmick with it, or maybe not. He's got to wait and see. So we got the regular launcher up in here, black and white. Yeah. Ripcord launchers are nice. They have some big time power with them. I am a string launcher type of blader, but like, you know, can launch with ripcords. Never forgot how to launch with ripcords or anything. You talk about like wanting full power with it. Especially I love this gen and kind of how they did with burst, because during Metal Fight, I remember starting off my channel during Metal Fight, and they had the little plastic piece behind the gears, and it would stop it when you launched it, at least for Hasbro bays. But with these launchers, they're free spinning, so you get the full power of the bay and everything with every single launch, which is really, really nice. But yeah. So I'm not one that's crazy about the weights and such. I know some people competitively care about the weights. But yeah, so that's why I show out the scale. Just for anybody that's curious, do the weight testing and everything myself if I can get it on. All right, so first of all, we've got Wizardarc up in here. Like I said, the shape of it reminds me of Burn, Vulcan, Thermal, like if all of them had a baby from Metal Fight Beyblade, as well as like Chaos from Beyblade Burst. Having those 2 points on the side, so like a bit of barrage attacks, maybe some contact right there, but the main blade, that plastic right there, makes it where it's a bit more on the round side, a bit more jagged. So I don't see it having as crazy stamina as a Wizard Rod. Well, I see it being like up there, but not like, oh my god, this thing's gonna be like OP, even where it's like whooping Wizard Rod or such, you know, big time balance, that being the thing. I'm just gonna weigh it out for you guys. 35.53, so staying in that realm of like mid to high 30s. That's what I wanted for this. Them not going crazy with the weight, you know, like we've seen with previous gens of Beyblade. They definitely make them much heavier at the end and making everything before obsolete. And they're doing really good balance with it thus far, and I hope they keep up with it. You know, keeping the weight in the 30s, introduce whatever gimmicks and such you want to, you know, but like high 30s / like max 40 weight wise, you know, for the bays and everything, just maintaining that balance with the weight. Add whatever gimmicks and everything you want to, but just maintain that weight. You want balance throughout like this game, because it'll up the longevity if so, and the balance. But yeah, Wizardarc, and it's called R. The bottom part is, I'm guessing ring for R, but yeah, show out the customization of CX. So switch it to the side. I grab, you know, one finger for the top, one for the bottom to separate them. But yeah, so it is Wizard with the lock chip, and then Arc with the main blade, and then the assist blade being R, or I'm guessing ring. Having all those points in it with the airflow, definitely going to make it where this thing's going to focus more on stamina and the roundness of it, you know. So definitely see that for like CX stamina combos, you know, R or ring. And then the shape of Arc in general, I could see it being used for like possibly even anti-attack, some defense stamina combos and stuff. But yeah, I mainly see it being used defense and stamina. Anti-attack would be fun. But yeah. So there it is. Wizardarc, totally assembled. Or did I put it on upside down? I might have put it on upside down. Yeah. There we go. Wizardarc. There we go, switched around, but Wizardarc R. And then we got 455. So the low height of 55, even lower than 60. And they're doing a similar thing to how they did 85, where they're making it more flat. And it's got this small little lock in there. So I think making it a bit easier to burst. You know, just because of like the overall shape of being smaller and a bit more on the round side, maintaining that balance by making it kind of easier to, you know, get the burst on it since it's lower to the ground. And plus, like, having R with it, that ring, that's going to honestly give it some defense from probably a lot of hits being so low already. And then having that ring being as round as it is, defense and stamina. So, yeah. And then we've got LO, low orb. So, shorter than the standard orb. This thing's meant to be short. A short stamina type that's tough to get underneath it because it's so damn short and maintaining its balance and everything. But yeah, and you see those points right there. They're kind of like waves. That's why I think this thing could probably be fun for some like anti-attack combos even. You know, that might stall. Like put something like taper or such on it. Might be really, really fun. You know, with arc. And yeah, just like arc, kind of like how the shape of an arc is. You know, makes sense for the name. But Wizardarc R 455 LO. Big time stamina type. Looks really, really freaking dope. And yeah, hype. There you go. I gotta get new batteries for it, but it does of course still work. The overall weight, 42.2 grams. Not anything like insane. Like I said, it's mid 35. Well, like 35, mid 30s. So it's got a good amount of weight with it, especially like defense and stamina. In those cases, you want to see a bit more weight, but you don't want anything like too crazy insane, because then you'll get things like Wizard Rod that need to be like countered and such. But yeah. So anyways, time to get into the test launch. I'll use the ripcord launcher that came with it. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. Oh yeah. Check out that aggressiveness, but oh, okay. Now that might be tricky. That shows it right there. Like that low height, double-edged sword with it, because like how the 55 ratchet is, but also the low height, it's kind of like the Golem Rock effect, I'll call it. Where like, it's got to be careful the way you launch it and everything. So if you do get an extreme dash with it, you got to be careful, because it being so short, it might skid against the gear ridge. And that's the thing with the shorter bays, like more defense and honestly stamina if not hitting the gear ridge, but if they do, it could be a double-edged sword to where they can get a good wind up, but they have to be really careful with it, because otherwise it could lead to even a burst on themselves, being a bit shorter, you know. But yeah, so double-edged sword, and that's one thing I like about it, because that's like the balance factor with it, you know. Shorter bay, you can go for that stamina approach or defense approach, but they make it balanced because it's so short. You get hit, it scrapes, and you hit hard enough while it's scraping, possibly getting a burst, or making it just go down with a spin finish, you know. So they're playing with the balance and stuff with this big time. So, you know, these bays not being OP, and then people will probably be like, oh, they're not the craziest. They're not like these bays can beat them. That's what we want to see. We don't want these bays to be insanely overpowered. We want them to add something to the game and, of course, have their uses, but not be OP to where they're switching every damn thing, and then they got to sit and start making a ban list. You know what I mean? That's what these bays do, and they're showing off like that diversity and like uniqueness of Beyblade X going forward, but also maintaining the balance with things as they do so, showing off some gimmicks and everything, starting to see it, but just maintaining the balance while they incorporate those things they've learned from previous gens, and it shows all of them thus far with Beyblade X, and it's really cool, and even the homage they're paying. But that's gonna do it for this review on this epic Beyblade X CX02 Wizardarc R 455 LO. Getting used to like the naming and everything with it, but yeah, hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, be sure to slice that like button down below. Let me know how I did. If you're new to my channel, definitely be sure to subscribe for some epic content, because I upload daily, and if you haven't already, be sure to ring that bell by my channel name to be notified whenever I upload a video. I've taken a bit of a hiatus putting out content on TikTok, like shorts and everything, as well as shorts on here. Just focusing on like life and a bunch of other stuff, you know, still putting out content on here, but I am an adult and also working, got things to do. So yeah, you know, how to make income. If you want to sit and support in any way with this channel, check out my merch shop. I'm going to be adding more designs and stuff on there. I've also got a link for Mall of Toys. If you get anything from Mall of Toys, if you haven't gotten this bay or interested in getting this or future releases, go and check out Mall of Toys. My promo code Kimbo will give you a nice discount, 5%. When you check out, and it also goes to help towards the channel. It's much appreciated for sure, and I appreciate any support regardless. But yeah, anyways, guys, until next time, it is your boy Kimbo signing off. See you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. Until then, stay awesome and go shoot. I'm up out of here.